and welcome to another TVG Talk. My name is Paco Treviño, and today I'm joined by Lauro Chapa.
Hey guys.
And today we'll be discussing the Nintendo Direct that happened the 3rd of March, or March 3rd of this year. And, we'll be going through some of the news and give you some of our thoughts on those announcements that were made. So, Lauro, first of all, what stuck with you the most from this Direct?
With me, I think it was a new Kirby game. I love Amiibos. The design of the Amiibos looked great, except maybe for DDD, I think it looked weird. But the game looks really amazing. I really love Triple Deluxe. So another game with the same engine looks great, man.
Yeah, you know, for me, Triple Deluxe is one of the best Kirby games. Maybe only second to the likes of Superstar or Kirby's Adventure. You know, like the most...
The very best.
Yeah, the very best, and that one to me is among those.
Mm-hmm.
And to me that was one of the highlights as well. I really like the Amiibo, and besides, even though 3 of the Amiibo are already existing from the Super Smash Bros. Series, I think it's a really cool thing that we get them again in another format, because if I'm not mistaken, all of those Amiibo, except maybe Kirby, are kind of rare.
Yeah, they are rarish.
So, yeah...
Kirby.
Yeah, even Kirby is not that common, so I think it's a good a second chance for Amiibo collectors to get those characters, even if they're not the Smash line, they're still, those characters. And Waddle-Dee, to me, is a great bonus, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those characters that you wouldn't think would get an Amiibo, but it's a really cool thing that they made one, you know? It's sort of like when Toad got an Amiibo.
Of course.
Yeah, I really like that as well, and as I was telling you earlier, I think that this game has a little bit of a Mega Man X vibe to me because of the mechs, and also because of the kind of robotic atmosphere to some of the stages. I think that it could be a little bit reminiscent of Mega Man X, at least to me, like just a little. But yeah, definitely one of the highlights, and I think that that's one of the reasons they kept it to last, because it's a really cool highlight. One of the big announcements, at least for me, was the Super Nintendo coming to the new 3DS. Because, well, I'm a sucker for some of those Super Nintendo titles.
Yeah.
And also for some... I'm sorry. And also because I do have a new 3DS, but I guess that, for example, you have a regular 3DS, it's really a bummer because... it's not really something... either that it's special either, because they're available on the Wii U and it's a really cool announcement in terms of, for example, I heard a lot of people complaining that Earthbound and other RPGs from the Super Nintendo don't really fit a console anymore. Yeah. They would be more at home on a handheld, so I guess that's a cool thing, and besides, I can't have enough versions of Super Mario World, so...
Of course. Now that you mentioned Earthbound, I was surprised they didn't announce Earthbound 3 coming to the Virtual Console.
Well, it would be Earthbound 2, Mother 3.
Yeah, Mother 3, yeah.
But yeah, I was also expecting that. But at the same time, with E3 around the corner, I think that they are waiting those 2 or 3 extra months to announce it at E3, because, they joked about it in E3 2014, I think.
Yeah.
And, it would be nice to sort of bring that to a full circle, 2014 they joke about Mother 3, 2015 they announced Earthbound Beginnings, and 2016 they actually released Mother 3. So I think that's like a nice little story there, if you want to call it that. What do you think overall about the lineups? I feel that the lineup of the 3DS was way more strong than the Wii U. How do you feel?
Wii U only got the new Paper Mario, which looks like a Sticker Star 2 to me. The new Star Fox, which looks amazing. Yeah,
it looks pretty cool. Honestly.
What else, man?
Well, it was not an announcement today, but on that day on the Direct. But Shin Megami Tensei meets Fire Emblem, which is the Tokyo something sessions, which is TMS, SMT backwards. Yeah. Kinda smart. But
and Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. Or is that the Olympic Games?
Yeah, the regular Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think that it's not a big lineup, but it's a strong lineup. It's strong. Because Star Fox is like, the classic Nintendo. Then Paper Mario, it's the RPG of Nintendo, then Shin Megami Tensei meets Fire Emblem is
The JRPG.
yeah, it's a JRPG. Then we have the more casual game,
the party game.
Yeah,
I think that's it. It's better than Mario Party 10 to me.
It looks more promising than Mario Party 10, honestly, because it's more minigame driven. I think that helps.
That's the important thing to me.
Yeah, I think that it's really strong. And like you said, Paper Mario might not look all that promising, being a Secret Star 2, but at the same time, I mean, I don't think it'll be like a thousand year door, but I don't think it'll be like Secret Star either.
I think it will be better than Secret Star, but worse than Super Paper Mario.
Right? Probably.
I think.
I mean, Super Paper Mario is another thing entirely. So
yeah, it was not bad the game, but the gameplay was too apart from the.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean.
So I mean game overall.
All right.
Because like that had a very good story, but the gameplay was like not that good.
Right.
And Secret Star, the gameplay was fine, but there was no story.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I think that you are right. I think that it'll be like somewhere in between in that regard. Because, yeah, like you said, it doesn't look like the follow-up to 1000 Year Door.
Yeah, no.
And it's kind of weird because I think that the closest that we have gotten to that is Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which, it's not a Paper Mario game. Star Fox Zero looks very polished.
Yeah.
It looks way better than it did a year ago.
Yes.
I think that it has really shaped up to be one of the strongest titles for the Wii U throughout the year, like the early 2016, I'm sorry, looks out to be really, really strong. How do you feel about Star Fox Zero?
Star Fox Zero looks amazing. I mean, I know that it's practically a remake from the original, the 64 one, but I love the 64 one. It's a great game, and I'm glad they don't spin off those games because I really like when the game series stays true to the original formula. And I love the game.
Yeah, because like you said, when they stay with what works, because they have gone Star Fox Adventures, it's a Zelda game. Star Fox Assault tried to do like a third-person shooter type of thing, and none of those things have really worked. So yeah, like you said, it's nice that they're going back to square one and perfect that. And I think that they sort of touch on the third-person shooter thing with the walker.
Yeah.
I think that they sort of touch on that because it's more dynamic.
It's like a kind of a on-rail shooter.
Kind of, yeah. True. And I also really like the multiplayer. How do you feel about it? I think that it's a really cool one.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. It reminded me of the Millennial Falcon when someone's driving and the other one is on the.
That's right.
On the.
I haven't thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And it also reminded me of one of my favorite stages in Star Fox Assault, that Falco is piloting an air wing, and Fox is in a wing, and he's shooting down enemies. I think that's a really cool dynamic duo type of thing.
Well, the 3DS lineup.
A very strong lineup, I should say.
There's some games I'm not really that excited about. Like Kirby looks amazing.
Yeah, Kirby looks fantastic.
Rhythm Heaven, we're finally getting to the Americas.
Yeah, I think that Rhythm Heaven is a really underappreciated or underplayed card by Nintendo.
It's kind of the spiritual successor of WarioWare games.
Yeah, it's actually made by the same people, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, and I really like that vibe of it, and I think that it has a lot of potential to be one of those games that you play for like forever, and you play it in little how do you say it, in little like spurts, like sort of like playing Tetris or Dr. Mario. I feel that that's the way that it could be enjoyed like for a very, very long time. And the fact that we get the Game Boy Advance game, and I think that I think that it's not the only one, right? Like we also get
it's like a greatest hits of all the ones that have already released and new mini games.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's like all the past and like new stuff also.
Not all, but most of it.
Like all right. Oh, okay. So it's okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. That's a pretty cool promise.
Yeah.
It seems pretty cool.
One game which I'm not really feeling is Federation Force, the Metroid one.
Well, I gotta
There's
say,
mixed reviews about it.
yeah,
Out there, mixed feelings.
yeah. I also have mixed feelings, but not on the game itself. I have mixed
no.
feelings on it in it being a Metroid Prime game,
Yeah.
and it's not Samus.
Yeah, I think the game's not gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be a fine game.
Right.
But yeah, I think that it should be entirely something, not called Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, I really like what they're doing here because, at least I think that for like really hardcore fans,
Yeah,
something that we really like about Metroid is the lore.
yeah,
And I think that
Lore
the lore
expansion.
might go a little above, or not above, but beyond Samus Aran.
hmm
I think that Samus Aran is one small character of a huge universe,
yeah,
and getting our first chance to play as the Galactic Federation, I think that it's a really cool thing. Even if it goes to the expense of not having a new Metroid,
yeah,
like a new regular Metroid game. But
yeah. And with all this backlash, I think it's safe to say that we will be getting a new Metroid game eventually.
yeah, actually, there's been some rumors about Retro working on
that's
something for the Wii U,
Yeah,
and it would not surprise me if it's a new Metroid Prime game for the Wii U. Like if they announce it, say on E3, and it'll be released in October,
Yeah, it won't
like something
surprise.
like that. It would not amaze me, but it would be fantastic. But I wouldn't be too surprised by that. But yeah, I mean, and I felt kind of like the director of the series talking about the game. I felt that it was kind of apologetic. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing this game and we believe in it, even if you don't like it.
safe.
Like,
Yeah,
Like, we're sorry, but we're doing it. And yeah, like you said, I have mixed feelings about it, but at the same time, I don't think it'll be a bad game. I think that that's sort of the key here.
yeah.
And how do you feel about there being more Animal Crossing Amiibo cards?
That's kind of crazy. I didn't think initially that it would do that good. I would have thought that they would go maybe the Pokemon route with that kind of business, and then put out franchises like Animal Crossing and Mario and whatever. But they're doing good, man. I guess what sells.
Yeah, if it sells. But I think it's kind of weird because apparently they ran out of characters, and they're starting to do repeats.
Changing. Yeah,
So what's the point of that?
I
You
really
know?
don't know.
Like, why not reissue the ones that already exist? Because they are becoming rare. So yeah, let's see how they handle that going forward. I think that it's also really weird that Isabel is getting a variant, like the figurine itself.
Yeah,
It's getting like, I think it's a summer or winter or
yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
Yeah, like
So we're pretty much confirming 4 Isabels in the future, right?
I think we're going 5
Okay.
because we're getting our
The
third.
regular and the 4 seasons, or what?
No, the regular, like the figurines, like the regular,
yeah.
the second one that's coming out. Then we have those same 2 in cards.
Yeah.
And we're getting a third one.
Oh,
So we're looking at 5 Isabel Amiibos.
that's okay.
Like there's more Isabel Amiibos than Link. Like think about that, or Pikachu. It's
Or anyone but Mario or Yoshi.
right. Yeah, basically. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Let's see, what else was really huge?
The new updates for
Right.
Mario Maker.
Yeah,
They
the
look
new-
really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, if it was already one of my favorite games on the Wii U, like now I think it's by far my favorite because there's just so many options, so much depth to it. I think that it's fantastic that we have such a complete Mario Maker experience now.
Yeah.
Because even at release, like even as much as I liked it, I did feel that it was missing a few key things, like checkpoints and whatnot. And the fact that now they're even making boss fights obligatory and things like that, I think it's great. I mean, I think it's a fantastic thing for the game, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. And speaking of updates, you know, there was also this Splatoon update,
Oh, yeah.
which is kind of minor, you know,
Yeah,
more.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
More
fine.
weapons and combinations of weapons and.
Yeah, I
So
mean, they
weapons.
already said that no more free DLC was coming,
Yeah.
so the fact that they announced it out of the blue was kind of cool because even if it's not something entirely new, it's nice to see.
I was hoping to get more like paid DLC, like story packs, because I really enjoy the single player mode.
Yeah, me too, and I think that it was a surprise for a lot of people that a TPS had such a fantastic storyline. I mean, it was great from start to finish. The boss fight is one of the most memorable ones, the most memorable final boss fights that I've played on a long time. So yeah, it was a great experience. So yeah, I think that it would be a nice thing to have a second, like a sequel to that within Splatoon. Yeah, it would have been cool. That's a nice idea. What other announcement was made?
We haven't touched on Monster Hunter Generations.
Right, the localization name of Monster Hunter Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really promising, and I'm a huge fan of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I gotta say, it's the first Monster Hunter that I've ever played. I had the demo for 3, but that doesn't really count. And it's one of my favorite games in this on the 3DS because it has a lot of depth to it, and it's really a lot about you playing the game. It's not about grinding. It's not about finding new things. It's about you fighting monsters, and I think that's a really cool thing. And it seems to me that this game will be more big than the previous ones. And also, for what people have said so far of Cross, it'll be more accessible to new players.
Okay.
So I think that it'll be a cool entry point for a lot of people. And I think that's why they didn't call it Monster Hunter 5, even though it is. It's not a spin-off. It is Monster Hunter 5. And I think that the accessibility is what they are aiming for with the naming.
Probably.
Of it. So yeah, I think that this will be one of the... This will be another success for the franchise, basically. Like 3 and 4 were big. This will be big as well.
Yeah.
And another thing that I want to sort of touch upon about Monster Hunter Generations is that I read online that it seems that the game has some performance issues on the first 3DS.
The regular 3DS.
Yeah.
Like Hero Warriors Lanes.
Right. So yes. Speaking of performance issues, Hyrule Warriors Legends,
There's a lot of DLC for it.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that for 2/3 of the price of the Wii U one, you get the game itself, the DLC, new content, and then it'll have a $20 season pass.
I think so, yeah.
So it's about $100 worth of content on the Wii U for $60. I mean, it's insane. Something that I do think, and some people were touching upon this on the internet, that if you look at it, it has a really good price. Because some people say, oh, the people on the Wii U are getting screwed. But if you look at it, it's $40 for the complete game on a portable system. Then also DLC for both versions. And then if you want or not want to pay $20 extra for the additional DLC.
Yeah.
But, it's a technical thing, and also it is expensive. So.
Yeah.
A really nice gesture that I think that they're doing is that they are releasing Medley for free for both versions. I think it's a really cool gesture, and Medley is one of my favorite NPCs of Wind Waker, and Wind Waker is my favorite game of all time, so I'm excited for that.
We continue to see that Nintendo handles DLC very good.
Yeah, I think that they have actually shaped a new philosophy of what DLC should be like. And I know that some games have done it well in the past, or great.
Yeah.
But I think that a whole company being this consistent, I think that we've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason people are angry at Capcom for Street Fighter 5 and other games, because they see Nintendo's doing it very good. Why not you guys?
Yeah, I mean, look at the content that Smash Brothers has, like, let alone the DLC, and then look at Street Fighter 5, and they cost the same. So where is the catch? You know, why is Street Fighter 5 considered a complete game? Yeah. And talking about fighting games, did they touch on Pokken Tournament?
Yeah, they talked about it a little bit, but it's coming out really soon, right? So there's not. I think they didn't say anything new.
Yeah, because there is nothing.
Yeah, there's
really
nothing
new
to say.
And honestly, I know that game seems to be lacking, particularly in the playable fighters department. There's only, 16, 17?
16, I think.
16, counting the 2 Mewtwo's, right? And the 2 Pikachus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're not clones, but I just wanted to, like, verify, like, yeah. Well, honestly, the game looks really cool.
Yeah.
It looks very polished. I'm really surprised to see this new relationship that Nintendo and Namco have. They've had it for like the past like 2 or 3 years. I think it started with the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 port where for the Wii U that they did extra content and things like that. The Smash Brothers and now Pokken. I think that we are seeing a very strong relationship, something that Nintendo usually lacks, you know.
Yeah.
I think that it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, so maybe in the future, you know, Namco makes most of the Dragon Ball games. We can have Goku on Smash.
Jesus, let's not talk about that today, you know. It's not the time to make the internet go crazy. But, yeah, I mean, maybe see Dragon Ball games on the Wii U. Because
Dragon Ball, Naruto.
the 3DS has one, but I think that the Wii U has nothing, so maybe that'll be nice.
Yeah.
What else did we see? Well, we mentioned it earlier, but Shin Megami Tensei meets Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the game? Does it look
I think it's not for me, but it looks cool. I mean, it looks different. The art style looks really crisp and anime style looking. So if you like RPGs and something different, anime, I think you're gonna like this game.
Yeah, I mean, I also feel the same way about you. Like maybe it's not for me. But the more I think about it, I have no idea how it plays.
No, but it looks...
yeah, but you know, the presentation makes me believe it's not for me because it's very... I don't know how to put it. It's very anime and it's not really my strong suit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe the gameplay is fun, but since all we have seen is a presentation, you know, let's see how that game shapes out because honestly, Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei are very highly regarded franchises. Let's see how this crossover ends up being. What else did we see? Oh well, Twilight Princess HD, which came out like the day after the Direct.
Something like that.
I mean, it's cool that we got a little series of documentaries on the YouTube channel. I don't know if you saw them. Yeah, they are kind of cool. You know, it's really cool to see how the developers felt about the E3 like standing ovation for the trailer. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, it's really cool that they like opened up so people knew about those videos. It's really really nice. There was also a little reel of third-party developers, but not on the American one, just the European one. And actually, a highlight from that was that they showed Super Meat Boy, one of the more prominent platformers, not by Nintendo. And I think that it's a really cool thing that we're finally getting it. I think that it's really, really cool to see how Nintendo's approaching indie developers. I mean, we have talked about this in the past, but I think that, you know, as more as they, you know, advance or go forth with this, the more I think it's worth to mention. So yeah. Anything else that you want to talk about, you know, touch upon?
No, I think the Direct was fine. I was maybe expecting more, but I think that I was maybe overhyped.
Yeah, maybe we are a little bit spoiled by all these presentations from the past, you know, like the last 2 Directs from last year were fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I feel a little bit stronger about it than you. I think that it was a very, very solid one for not being an E3 presentation.
Yeah.
But I think that it has to do with me thinking about it like, oh yeah, like March and April are going to be very strong months for Nintendo. But yeah, as you put it, you know, we already knew about Star Fox, we already knew about Fire Emblem, we already knew about all of these games.
Zelda.
Yeah. But I think that I look at it that way, like, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 months that I'm surely going to be without money to spare. So yeah, I think that that wraps it out for this discussion of the Nintendo Direct. As always, this has been Paco Treviño, and today I was joined by Lauro Chapa.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And until next time, guys, bye bye.